I want to talk real quickly about the IIHF World Championships. This was actually a big news story at the beginning of last week. And I don't want to get too big into the political stuff that is involved in this, because this is straight up. This is basically Belarus and what's going on there. They had a fake election. There's just a bunch of protests going on there. Things are not good in Belarus right now. And it was actually Skoda that came out, who is a car manufacturer. I think they're owned by Volkswagen Group. They came out and said that if you have this tournament in Belarus, we are out. And they were the primary sponsor of the tournament. Like, they're the ones that put, how when you watch IIHF games, there's always a car in the corner.
Oh, yeah.
Those are always Skoda cars. Like, they've been the big time main sponsor of this for a long time. And people online were super pumped when they did that. They were like, if this doesn't get them to change their ways, there's nothing else will. So like 5 days later, it was announced that they're pulling out and they're going to have it somewhere else.
Wow.
But they didn't say it was because of their primary sponsor pulling out. They said,
of course they didn't. It's the IIHF.
Yeah, Rene Fassel, who's apparently he's a weasel. The more I read about him, the more I don't like him. And it seems like everyone who's in charge of these international sporting things, every one of them seem like they're garbage and they're corrupt. And he was trying his darnest to get this event to be in Belarus, from what I've been reading. And money talks, and apparently that was the only thing that was going to happen here. And hats off to Volkswagen, hats off to Skoda. They put their money where their mouth was, and they said, we're out. And a bunch of other companies like Nestle, and there was a few other ones that pulled out as well after.
Yeah, good on them.
But it's just, and they said because, after a couple weeks of reflection and analyzing the situation in Belarus, we've decided that, human rights, and we've decided we're going to host this event somewhere else. When if Skoda wouldn't have pulled out, that tournament, damn well would have been in Belarus. So
absolutely, money talks.
It's such a bad look for the IIHF. It's just crazy to me that how corrupt it is. It just drives me nuts. And I mean, it's nothing compared to the IOC. Like, the Olympics is way worse. But
oh yeah,
it's just brutal that you have to have an outside influence of someone who's your major sponsor in order to do the right thing. Like, it wouldn't have cost them anything to move that tournament. Like, it just would have been like a phone call saying, sorry, you're not getting it anymore because you got to get your crap in order.
Yeah.
But instead of doing that, it was like, oh, well, we made a promise to this guy and maybe he's given us some money underneath the table to try to make this happen. And it's just ridiculous. I hate it.
Yeah. And it's another bad look that's just added on to previous bad looks throughout the past years and years and years. Same with the IOC, like you said, same with the IIHF. Very frustrating, but good on Skoda.
Yeah. So that tournament will be moved. I don't know if it's been announced. Probably not where it's going yet, but it is going to be somewhere else. So that's good.